Alright, good evening, it's Final Flash 50, and finally we get to return to this playthrough. You know, I've been so busy with school and work and everything outside of my YouTube channel that it's been taking too long to get each one of these videos out. That'll probably change within the summer, but anyway. We continue with butter building, the level where you consistently move upwards towards the end of the world, you know. I think I said a little bit about that in part 3, but yeah. This level, it's a building, so you're moving your way upwards for most of it, like, you know. Oh, one quick thing about this little detail right here. You're running on the building as it seems to be spinning, or maybe Kirby's just running around it and it looks like it's spinning, just the way of perspective. But that's a difference from this version and the Game Boy Advance version. That version, I think there's just a couple of clouds that have to clear away and then the door shows itself, but in this one, you have to run all the way around it and then the door explodes its way out of the wall somehow. I don't know how that works. But I never saw that happen as a kid. I always saw the Game Boy Advance version where there's just clouds in the way and you have to wait for them to clear out. I don't know. I shouldn't keep talking about that game because a playthrough of that game is in the future, just, you know, not necessarily soon, but it's coming. That game is an important part of, you know, the modern Kirby series, or at least the games that I like the best, because it's the, you know, whatever, I'm not even there yet. Let's talk about this game. Sword power, let's go, let's get it. I love this power in this game. Also, these bombs here, you can't break it unless you have sword power or something that moves upwards, because Kirby himself can't attack upwards. That's out of his, you know, it's out of his range of ability. Yeah, they got this wheel guy hidden here. The only reason behind this is because there would be a wheel section coming up, because I know for a fact this doesn't really lead to any secret button or anything, or an extra life or anything. No, this room is purely so you can get the wheel power for this next part. I think. I mean, that's the only reasoning I could see behind it. I just whooped his ass with sword power and I got the wheel power now, so I guess we'll find out. Let's go. And I think, yep, boom. You see, you can tell this part was designed for a wheel because it would just take longer if you just had regular Kirby. I mean, that, you know, that's for a lot of parts of the game, but this part obviously isn't a wheel part, you know? Like, if you had the wheel part in this room, it would be absolutely useless. Like, the only use you would have for it is to pulverize one of those two guys. And I just sucked all three of those things in at the same time, and wheel power, even though I had two of those other enemies, still won. That's what I was talking about in the other video. If you suck in a star and an enemy, you will get the power of the star, not the enemy. This guy. He's a tough son of a bitch if he can just yank Kirby out of his fucking wheel form like that. Yeah, see, that's 2 times in a row. I wouldn't even recommend fighting this guy with the wheel power if he can do that. You gotta fight him with, like, something with projectiles or something. Or no power at all, because every mini-boss in the game will give you something to throw at them, so... I mean, these guys aren't designed to be that hard. They're just mini-bosses. None of the real bosses are even that hard. You know, I say that, but I actually fucking lose to him right here. Whoops. I don't know what I was thinking there. I had one of the things sucked in. I could have beat him. But I like that that happened because that gave me a chance to actually get one of these ice powers and maybe have an extra shot at stealing one of these items away. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to do it. I mean, you probably just have to be quick enough, but I have no interest in risking a whole extra life. You know, that's a bottomless pit. Not worth messing with. Yeah, you see, I said fight this guy with something, like, with projectiles. If you're gonna do that, you still have to make sure that he's sitting still, because this guy is quick. Now, I'm talking about it like there's all kinds of strategies to beating it and everything. It's not that complicated of a boss fight. I just think that this guy and then the elephant guy are probably the hardest mini-bosses in this game. Oh, and then the fire lion. I think we'll be actually seeing him in this part. The fire lion. He's actually a really cool enemy, especially in the remastered version of this game. And he does contain my favorite power. You see what I'm talking about now? It'll be even more clear in the next, you know, once I beat this door and I unlock door number 4. You can just see in the hub world, the whole thing is working its way upwards. It really is a building. I just like that creativity. I don't know. I keep talking about it. This power that you see that I'm sucking in, but instead of like little particles, he's actually sucking in stars. Like there's little mini stars. That means that his suck in power has been enhanced, and instead of like eating the enemies, once you have them, he like smashes them into the ground. It's not, I think it's called throw. I just lost the power, so I don't have it anymore, but there's another power in the game that does that. It alters the way Kirby sucks in too. It's called backdrop. But I probably get that at some point in the game, so I'll show you that then. Or wait, no, what I just had was backdrop, because I wasn't throwing the enemies, I was slamming them. Maybe I should keep up with the video, so I don't get things wrong like that. Alright, here we have another one of those rooms, like in Kirby's Dream Land 1, where they got a bunch of doors set up, and we gotta find which one's like the proper exit to this place. This time it's more creative, though. There's two sides to this one. You know, that one was all the same room, and they just take you to different parts of the room. There's two rooms involved here. One's pink and one's blue. And there's also, like, secrets hidden in it. Like, if you go in the right door, you find that one up. And, yeah, I think I do a good enough job exploring each one of these doors. Yeah, see, I just wanted to make sure I didn't, like, leave anything unchecked. It's not that important, but... Yeah, you see that maximum tomato was down there. So it's like, oh, I wonder how you get there. You probably just go downwards a little bit. If I can get past this... Oh, wow, I actually pulled it off. I didn't think I was going to get past that sword guy without getting hit. But yeah, there's the maximum tomato. Just got to do the math, you know. Wherever it looks like that door would lead to in the other side, that's where it leads to. Come on, man. Oh, come on, I couldn't win that. Couldn't win the sword fight with that guy. I knew he'd be hitting me at some point. Alright, but there is door number 3, I think it was? I don't know. Yes, door number 3. Alright, you see? Only upwards. You can even see the building in the background, too. Oh, here's one of the museums. Yeah, there's high jump power. Perfect power to have at, you know, Butter Building. Keep jumping higher and higher. You see? Oh, cool. I even represent it to you. Boom. That's why they put high jump power there. You put it to good use. You put it to better use in the hub world than you do in the actual levels. Yeah, Kirby said, I'm done messing around with this building. Let's go, Star. Let's take me to the top. And I think because the building takes you up into the sky, I think the level after this is the cloud level. But I'm relying on my memory for that. Let's fight some Meta Knights guys. Which I wouldn't do so with high jump power. Yeah, by far the best way to fight these guys is with Kirby's default ability, because you kill one and then kill the next with the last guy, and you see how quick I got it done with just doing that? Like, if you have a power, you gotta go fight each individual one, dodge their projectiles and everything. Hell yeah, sword power. Let's go. So, the air current in this room is much stronger when you're in Kirby's flying form. Yeah, I lost the sword power there. I didn't even get to use it. I didn't kill one enemy with it. Man, these doors are really short, I'm noticing. I don't really notice that when I'm playing it, but when I'm commentating over this game, these doors really don't seem to last that long. But these are the things I'm talking about. This playthrough is kind of boring me. Only reason I'm doing this playthrough is so you can see the difference between this one and the remastered one. You know, I guess I could have done just some kind of compilation if I was going to do that. But one thing that's also happening to me in this playthrough is that I'm getting better at commentating, you know, trying to draw something from nothing. That's something that's going to help me in my future videos, I feel like. Also, if I'm not getting distracted by talking about other things, I could describe to you, this is one of the mini games in the game. It's called Quick Draw. And it's pretty self-explanatory. When it says fire, you have to press the button quick enough, and you can even see the timing. I think it's milliseconds, or just some random counter. I don't know, but you see, if you're not quick enough, that guy punches at 21, so you have to beat him. You have to press the button before it reaches that, and it's a pretty quick counter. You gotta have some reflexes to beat that one. You see, there's 5 guys, and I only beat 2 of them there. You know, I died on the 3rd one. You should see how much quicker they get than that. Are you fucking serious? I could have sworn that was gonna kill him. And you see they got another one of these parts here where you're running around it, and then out of nowhere, boom, the door just explodes out. I don't know, you know, where's the door? Where's the hole in the wall now, you know? It doesn't really make any sense. I see why they changed it for the Game Boy Advance version. Oh, here's the second ice power. Or wait, I can't remember which one I showed you first, but I know that I've gotten both of them in this part now, so you can now see like how there's 2 different ice powers. I don't know which one I like better, honestly, because one shoots farther, but one covers all around you. So, you know, whichever one's better is whatever you prefer. Made quick work of this guy, though, didn't I? Oh, I'm not sure if I got this yet in this part, but this is hammer power. And it is pretty powerful. There's actually certain things in this game that you can only affect with the hammer power. In this game, it only has one ability, and it's just a swing. Oh, well, I guess there's two. If you can swing it on the ground, or you could jump and do a flip with it. But in future Kirby games, the hammer power is amped up. You can send enemies across the screen with it. I'm not even kidding. It's so fun to do, and I'll show you that certainly when we get to those games. But we're just stuck with this limited little NES game for now, and that's the end of part 4. So I'll see you next time when we finish off the butter building.